faster without the roof. Chill.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
We're rolling. Like 7. 22! Stay 50.
Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Hey, give me radar.
Now McKinnon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
They run it with McKinnon. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
It's caught. Jones. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
22!
They'll run. This is Jonathan Stewart. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down and needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down. And they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 24. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
That's a lot of beef thundering downfield off of the toss play, and it takes me back to when I was a kid and watching USC play. Remember the old toss that they ran? They used to call it student body right or student body left because everyone was out in front of the ball carrier. In fact, one of their favorite plays, it was called rose stem right or rose stem left, depending on the formation, 28 toss. And 28 toss was their bread and butter.
Looking deep for Gabriel. This is caught inside the 15. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 48 yards. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Here's Trubisky to throw. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Trubisky with a give to Howard. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Jordan Howard taking it in from the 20. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Parkey adds the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get into that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Dancing to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. Room to run inside the 40. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside, they can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. This is Cohen on the toss. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now it's Trubisky. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Burton. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So now they assess a 3rd and long, and that holding call might have knocked him out of field goal range, at least for the moment. Off the toss, Cohen. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
So the missed field goal, and now they're in great shape. They'll start at the 38. The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down. That fits the bill.
Stafford now to throw. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And on this challenge, the refs have to take a peek and see whether or not the receiver was able to dot the I with both feet,
while making sure that he possesses the football all the way through the catch.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
We got three, fellas. We got 3.
McKinnon. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Here's McKinnon. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Stafford. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10, and he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. Being checked, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Timmy Jernigan busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. From the gun, it's Trubisky. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. They run. This is Cohen. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Lock in.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Tariq Cohen out of the backfield. And it's 2nd down.
The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. Throw left side complete. That's Burton. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. On 1st and goal, Howard. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bears will extend their lead. And it's going to make our score 15-3. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. So here come the Lions now. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Now Stafford.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have the center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
On 1st down, Stafford here. Looking downfield for Jones. And that's caught inside the 35. He got 29 yards that time. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They'll roll him out right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Oh, design run for the wideout. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. The Lions need to move. They're hustling to the line now. Back to throw, Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Akeem Hicks in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And Lutz's kick is good. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, Martin the punter now out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Yeah, this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Hey, gotta go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On 2nd down, Trubisky looking deep for Gabriel. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Chicago. Taylor Gabriel, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. Well, his first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. A shotgun snap for Stafford. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Third and long. It's Stafford. Now he's going to go deep down. And got his man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive the team towards a victory.
Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 23 yards on the play. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And to the left side here, Wilson. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Play action, Stafford. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Again, it's Stafford. And now he'll tuck it and run. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you've got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. Now the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Lock in.
On 1st down, they run with Howard. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On 1st, they go right back to Howard. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. This is Howard on 2nd down. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Again to Howard. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Third and 2. Now Trubisky. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. So what?
He's got a man complete. A gain of 32 that time.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter.
21!
Now a first down throw. Stafford. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Jerick McKinnon, 43 yards. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll start things on first with Troy Cohen. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back.
Let's go. We're on the ball after this. Hey. Start. 180. Hey, gotta go. 18. Yep.
Trubisky will throw. Looking deep for Gabriel. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. He's going to let this one go deep. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Now they'll run it on the toss. And past the 30 down to about the 27. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Bears on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Hands up. Hands up. Gotta go. 18.
Throwing here, Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Out of the gun, Stafford steps away to his left. He finds McKinnon, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Stafford on 1st down. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. He was trying to get it to T.J. Jones that time. And now it's 2nd down.
Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. I got 11. Hey. Like 7.
To throw again. Stafford. Wilson snags it left side. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, got 3. Hey, go here. Hey, tag 50 left.
On 1st down at Stafford. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
21.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. The left side completion to Jones. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. From the red zone now, Stafford buying time to his left. Stays on his feet. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, this is something I may never understand. I don't get why a quarterback under duress who has a chance to get rid of the ball and save the yardage keeps it and runs out of bounds. Instead of an incomplete pass and no loss of yardage, it's a 3-yard loss.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. He will push his way down to about the 14. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Forced out to his left. And he has his receiver. That's Jones. Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Lions have got it back to a one-score game. So a 7-point game, they'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. Oh, did the Lions get it? Yes, they recover. So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 43. From the gun, here's Stafford. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. On the toss, it's McKinnon. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And this is going to be caught along the sideline. Nicely done, but right at the line of scrimmage. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down.
Single. Hey, give me radar.
They'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now.
Here we go. Hey, give me radar. 32. 0.
Stafford here, coming off his pick 6. Now a desperation throw deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play there for the Lions. 46 yards. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
He finds Roberts, complete. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Dancing to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Adrian Amos with a pick. Johnson was the intended receiver. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
19.